Alright, Nick, I wanted to compare these to oh man, I was hoping that the non-reverse would be on the top. So I'm going to go over each one quick. So on the non, left knee stays good, doesn't over rotate. Let's go back. If we put this as the start, as the center, look how fast that right gets down. For some reason, this if Malachowski would take a non, this reminds me of what a non would look like from him. Left foot grounds very well. How deep that discus is. Heels down. Right knee rotates on that same plane there. Right foot stays grounded. Discus is out, and then you lose that support. That's fine. That was a good, nice, easy non. Full. Left knee rotates out of the back a little more than it had on the non. But let's go back. This video is moving a little, so it's hard to get that. Let's just put this. Let's say this is the center. Pretty similar positions there. Left foot staying pretty good there. Left foot gets deep. You can see some space between the left toe and the right heel, which I like. Discus is very deep. You could have rotated a little longer before you lift. Okay, so I just want to compare now these two. Let's get to this point. See here, your left hip is leading into the center just a little more than the non. And you can see there's just a slight change on that left knee on the full. Discus is in almost identical positions. Right foot is a little more dorsiflex on the non. Left arm's a little more open there. So coming off that left. Let's go to touchdown here. You can see here that you're a little bit more over rotated on the full. Actually, you can really tell by just looking at those light poles. There's a little more space. Because this top video, the camera moved a little, so it's hard to get. But you can see your right travels just a little bit longer on the full than it does on the non. And the left foot's just slightly higher. Posture's pretty similar though. So the non, the left side's a little more active and gets a little bit deeper. Right knee's a little more bent than it is on the full. And there's actually a little bit more air under that heel on your right foot in the full than there is on the non. No, the non's down here. There's more air under your heel on the non than there is on the full here. Now if you watch those shoulders on the full, these shoulders stay level on the non because you can't get off that you can't get off the concrete. Shoulders on the full, you start to rise pretty early and get up off the concrete a little bit too soon. Still holding that left heel flat though, which I like a lot. But here's where I see a big difference, is that the hips on the non rotate quite a bit more, so the gut gets more activity in the non-reverse than you're getting in the full. See, your hips don't rotate as well as they are in the non until you're off the concrete, but that doesn't matter. So I just, again, with those fulls, stay down and non-reverse that. It's almost like a non-reverse reverse. If you could get a couple of those throws in, that's going to let those hips square up and a little more tension across the abs on the finish, and that's going to activate you a little bit more before you start taking those big full throws. But these two throws are probably the closest I've seen your non-reverse to your full throw, so that's a big plus. I just think, on the full, out of the back, the left opens a little early, the right, that forces the right to travel a little further, but you are patient, you let that left get deep. The right heel could have a little more air under there, but then stay down on that rotation, let that rotate more, and let those hips open up. Let those hips open up and more tension across the gut. Then you can lift in the finish. But these are both they're starting to merge and get closer as far as like the technique is concerned from the non to the full.